chant unto our God. Chant ye, clap your hands, all ye nations. The reading is from the Acts of the Holy Epistles. In those days, as Peter went throughout all regions, he came down also to the saints who dwelt at Lydda. There he found a certain man named Aeneas, who was bedridden for 8 years and paralyzed. And Peter said to him, Aeneas, Jesus Christ heals you. Arise, make your bed. And immediately he rose. And all who dwelt at Lydda and Sharon saw him, and they turned back to the Lord. Now there was at Joppa a certain disciple named Tabitha. She was full of good works and of charitable deeds, which she did. And it came to pass in those days that she felt sick and had passed away. And when they had washed her, they placed her in an upper chamber. Since Lydda was near Joppa, the disciples, hearing that Peter was there, sent 2 men to entertaining him, came to us without delay. So Peter arose and went with them, and when he arrived, they took him into the upper chamber. All the widows stood by him weeping, showing the tunics and other garments which Tabitha made while she was with them. But Peter put them all aside and knelt down and prayed. Then, turning to the body, he said, Tabitha, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. And he gave her his hand and aroused her up. Then he called all the saints and widows and presented her alive, and it became known throughout all Joppa, and many believed in the Lord.
Peace be to thee that readeth. Let us hear the Holy Gospel. Peace be to all.
The reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Let us attend. At that time, Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now, there in Jerusalem by the sheep gate, a pool, in Hebrew called Bethesda, which has 5 porticos. In these lay a multitude of invalids, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the water to move. For an angel of the Lord went down at certain seasons into the pool and the troubled water. Whoever stepped in first after the troubled water was healed of whatever disease he had. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew that he had been lying there for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be healed?" And the sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is troubled. And while I am going, another steps down before me." Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your pallet and walk." And once the man was healed, and he took up his pallet and walked. Now that day was the Sabbath. So the Jews said to the man who was cured, "It is Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your pallet." But he answered them, "The man who healed me said to me, 'Take up your pallet and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is this man who said to you, 'Take up your pallet and walk'?" Now the man who had been healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, and there was a crowd in the place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "See, you are well. Sin no more, that nothing worse befalls you." And the man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had healed him.